Hey Soul Family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're doing 3 big things to expect in the next 3 months. Can't wait to get into your reading. If you prefer to pick your piles using your zodiac signs, you will find a timestamp to that down in the description box. But before we begin, I want to quickly thank you guys for your very kind words, your shared stories, your kind support. In the last video when I shared my personal story with Mac, my dog. Thank you guys so much. It genuinely felt like a breeze to the soul in a time of great pain and sorrow. And so I want to thank you for your empathy. It was very healing in the moment to experience such kindness. So thank you guys so much. I truly appreciate you as a beautiful community. Thank you. And let's begin your reading. To pick your pile, you can either pick them using the 3 of Cups on the top of each of the decks, or you can pick your pile or piles using crystals. If this is your preferred method, let me introduce them to you. So for pile number 1, you have the Amethyst, for pile number 2, you have the red Jasper. And for pile number 3, you have the Amazonite. So take a look at which one of these 3 piles you're the most drawn to, and this will be the pile for you here today. As I always encourage you, in case you feel drawn to more than one pile, perhaps even all of the piles, trust your intuition. It will guide you to the right readings, to the things that you are meant to hear today with regards to the topic. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I will see you in your readings. In a moment, I am about to assign different zodiac signs to each pile, since this is the preferred method of some people who prefer to pick their piles. And so if this is something that you do not prefer, please pause the video and take as much time as you need. But if you prefer to pick your pile using your zodiac signs, then, my dear soul family, this part of the introduction, as you know, was created specifically for you guys. And by now, you know how it works. We'll be shuffling your zodiac signs really well and then drawing out 4 signs for each pile. All right, so let's go ahead. For pile number 1, the signs are Aquarius, Scorpio, Cancer, as well as Aries. For pile number 2, the signs are Virgo, Gemini, Libra, as well as Pisces. And for pile number 3, the signs are Leo, Capricorn, Taurus, as well as Sagittarius. So, my dear soul family, these are the zodiac signs and their association to each of the piles in today's reading. Please feel free to pick your piles using your sun, moon, or rising. I highly recommend you check out the 3. And if you want to go by one, some astrologers, not all, but some astrologers, they would advise you to go by your rising, saying that, or explaining rather, that it is the sign that deals with your outermost world, and thus you might find it to be the one that will resonate with you the most. Alternatively, you can pick your pile using another placement in your chart, and once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times, and I will see you in your readings. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. Today we're taking a look at 3 big things that you can expect in the next 3 months. Can't wait to get into your reading. Very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful Amethyst. Some of you have picked this deck using the 3 of Cups up top. And of course, if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Aquarius, Scorpio, Cancer, and Aries. Welcome to your reading, guys. If these are not your zodiac signs, as I always remind you, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. All right, so all the decks are ready and shuffled. Let's get straight into your reading. The way we're going to be doing it today is to have one row for each of the big things to expect next. All right, so let's get straight into it. For the first big thing to expect in the next 3 months, you have the Self. Really cool. Okay. How about we move this right there? Really nice. You have Camouflage. Ooh, looks like you are transforming. Look at all these colors. You're transforming, maybe being able to fit into your society or your work better, or some community that you're in, or maybe finding the right community with the right colors, like your colors. Let's see. It's like finding your true colors and finding a society where you're able to fit in beautifully. Something like that. Too early anyways. Let's take a look at the rest of your cards. You have, ooh, cheerfulness. Definitely, there's definitely like a community or something, or getting along better with a community. All right, let's wait and see, I guess. And you have the rune Dagas. Ooh, this is really nice. There is either transformation in your community or transformation of a community. Let's see. You know, Dagas is also balance. So it could be both for the people watching this pile. All right. So it's like, I think you are cocooning. Look at that. I think you were healing a lot. And you are changing. I think that's what's going on. You are changing in a drastic way in the next 3 months. You're really healing and changing and transforming. And it seems like it will have a huge effect on your connections with others in the next 3 months. Okay, let's take a look at your tarot card. So we have a full picture of this. Oh my God, I mean, this can't be a coincidence. This is about how you're transforming. There's no, like, this is a strong message that wants to come through for this pile. So this is the Judgment card. It could go both ways. Judgment is like elevation. It's also awakening. But here, beyond illusions, I feel like you are changing as a person. Perhaps you had limiting ideas before that used to, with the Judgment card, that used to fog your judgment. And now that you are changing as a person and you're healing and you're vibrating health and strength and joyfulness, your views about life, as well as some ideas that you had towards life or towards the people around you, whether they are good or bad, is changing. And so it's not like you're calling the people you didn't like as good, or maybe you are. I see it as more you changing your perspective, your own perspective in life, whether people are good or bad, how you view your internal world. Or it could be that you are finding out the real world better. Perhaps you are breaking out of some old naivety and you're understanding the world better. Perhaps you're accepting things. It could be really many things. Unless the cards show us, I don't really have the details, or maybe it's a little bit open because each one is dealing with their own thing since it's a general reading. But at the end of the day, one thing is absolutely clear. You are vibrating health. I feel like your auras are healing and cleansing. You're vibrating strong energy. And specifically, you are able to blend in your society or your group of friends or your colleagues at work better. You're having a great relationship with them. It's very cheerful. Maybe you're making even new friends in the next 3 months as you're healing. Let's find out more. Look at that. You've got the Queen of Pentacles with flowering. You are flowering, aren't you? There's a balance between the yin and the yang. Your aura, there's a huge emphasis here on your aura and how you're vibrating beautiful energy. Queen of Pentacles shows that you are more grounded now. And I guess the camouflage talks about how since you are so grounded, there isn't one specific energy that you're lacking. Just like the colors of your aura, you're able to match energy better. And it doesn't mean like you're imitating others, but you're able to have the type of flexibility to deal with different kinds of people. You're open to dealing with different kinds of people. You have the Queen of Swords with morality. That's really interesting, these two queens, because this definitely to me talks about how you are flowering the yin and the yang without losing your morals, without using the virtues that are important to you, without losing yourself, without losing the things that are important to you. So you're growing from that perspective. You've learned to balance between these two things. What you believe in, look at the auras. The chakras. It's really cool. You've learned to value the things that are important to you, your ideas, your perspectives, your truth. But at the same time, you're able to balance that with accepting others' values, accepting others' beliefs, accepting others' healing journeys. And for that reason, how you have changed and balanced within, and since your aura is vibrating so strong, two things are happening. People are more drawn to you, and you are able to stay grounded and deal better with your community without losing the important things to you. And perhaps with the Queen of Swords being so tied down, perhaps in the past, these very morals, very truths, very ideas, although were truthful and correct to you, it kind of hindered you somehow from being able to blend in. Perhaps to you, camouflage would have been in the past, like, I'm not going to change myself for others. where now in that balanced state, you realize you're not changing yourself for others. You are sticking to your beliefs, but they're not tying you down anymore. You're able to accept others for who they are. And you have, the Four of Pentacles with the Miser. I see a lot of things. I'm getting a lot of ideas. Can I get clarification on this one, please? I think the Four of Pentacles here is talking about your isolation. Thank you. So, this talks about how you had so much to bring to the world, to bring to the table. You're like a jewel who's got so, like, since we're talking about people, it's like all these colors you kept yourself. Do you see? All these beautiful colors you kept yourself. So if by accident someone were to find out who you are, they would go, oh my God, what an interesting person. I just found a jewel, a hidden jewel. Oh my God, you guys have to meet this person, which is you. And so you were in isolation and keeping your beautiful self from enjoying others, and specifically others enjoying you. So yeah, that's very clear here. It looks like in the next 3 months, you're putting yourself out there. I think this time is coming easy to you, or you are more open in the heart to put yourself out there. Just like the pearl here, you have gone through many difficulties, many irritations, because that's how a pearl is created. A sand particle that irritates it, and it creates a beautiful pearl one day. So this is what the pearl here in the self is giving me. You've definitely gone through a lot. You can see the isolation card with the Three of Swords is crying. I feel like this pain is melting away slowly. Maybe someone or some people have done you wrong in the past. You had to like keep space, keep distance in order not to change yourself with the Queen of Swords. And you've took your time to heal. So good for you. You kept away. That was good. You kept away to heal. You put some strong boundaries as well, as you can see in the Four of Pentacles here. Perhaps you've learned to create strong boundaries without losing yourself and what you believe in. And now, because you first went to the extreme of holding on to your values and growing, taking your time to heal and grow, now you're ready. Your aura is clearing. You are changing as a person. The more grounded you become, the more you heal and level up. It's like the opposites, you know. This one is moving upwards with the Judgment. Grounding is moving downwards. And so this talks about, it's just like the cocoon. You go down in order to fly up. And it is your time to fly now, my dear pile number one, through the great healing you've done. And this makes me feel like perhaps you were always a social butterfly, but you cocooned these jewels a little bit to heal, and now you're ready to fly again. So, or maybe you haven't, but now you're ready to fly off. So great time with people is exactly what I see, my dear pile number one, as the first big thing to expect in the next 3 months for you. All right, wonderful. Let's now take a look at the second big thing to expect. I think we have more space that I can use, and maybe that's how the reading is designed for the second one. So you've got the Mother, and again the Pearl, unbelievable. I think again it's around your growth, like another thing to expect due to your growth. So you have the Mother, you have senses, okay, we can keep it there actually. You have Widower, okay, we took this one. You have the rune Soilo, the Suolio rune. Okay. I still can't put it together. You know, the Swolio is guidance or victory. So there's a huge victory going on here. That's great to see. But let's take a look at your tarot cards. Can you? Yeah, I think we should place it here. You've got the Two of Cups. Oh, okay. You've got the Emperor with the Rebel. Another Mother here. Maybe for some of you, it has to do with your mother, I'm guessing. You've got the Seven of Pentacles with Patience. Maybe some of you are going to be a mother or a parent, perhaps. Maybe some of you will start expecting or something. You have the Four of Wands with Participation. And you have the Five of Pentacles with the Outsider. And it's so interesting how you have Participator right next to Outsider. So I kind of feel like you were so locked out of something. The Five of Pentacles is a card of lack. You couldn't get to something. Do you see? But the lock is open. You thought you were locked out. But now with the Four of Wands, which is a card of celebration, again, victory. It's not victory, but it's like celebration. You feel like you get to participate in something, finally be part of something that you felt in the past you were locked out of. And perhaps the Mother here is representing creation. Something is starting to work out for you. I'm sure for some of you, that could be your journey to birth, like to have a child, to become pregnant, or for your spouse or partner to become pregnant. So if that's the case, this definitely talks about something forming here. And so I feel like there's great victory in that regard for you, if this is the situation. But in general, this seems to talk about, you know, the senses are there for us to experience something, right? The eyes allow us to experience through sight and so on. You know what I mean? Having different animal body parts for the senses makes me think that you are going to experience a new type of experience that you've never had before. You see? Not only that, but it's a type of experience that you may not have even known to exist. Because only when we see through these specific animals' eyes or hands do we get to fully understand what their experience is, maybe even to the same thing. So I'm getting the idea that just like the mother births life, it's an experience that any mother would, like all our mothers would say, it's something that cannot be explained, only experiences. You'd think there are so many important things in life, but when you have your child, it's truly an experience that is different than anything else that we go through. Some people would have the best things in life. They have a child and they say nothing is more important. Nothing feels this way, and nothing can ever feel that way. And it feels like that forever. And so I'm really getting the idea that you were locked out of something. You can even see it here with the widower. You perhaps may have even lost so much in your past and mourned so much in your past, and were kept out of something so important because you lost it in your past. And for some of you, for some of you, this is being locked out of something. Now it makes sense, that you used to have. Now, this is coming back into your life. I'll try to find out, I'll bring out clarification cards and see the different energies of what this could be for the collective, for the different people watching. But this definitely talks about you losing something in the past, not having access to it, feeling like you've lacked it for so long, maybe even lost a little bit of hope, if not entirely, that it would come back. Maybe yes, maybe no, just a guess. But you've lost something, we're locked out of it, and it seems like you are going to re-experience it again, but now through new eyes. This means, you see how when we said an animal could be standing and a human could be standing, and they could have totally different experiences based on the what their body is able to help them grasp through the experience. Like what we see through our eyes, our pets maybe are able to hear and see better, right? Or maybe we can see, we can understand things, perhaps, I could be wrong, better than them. In any case, all I'm trying to say is that your eyes are going to be different this time, especially with the pearl. You've grown, you've healed. We already can see the connection here and understand. Since you've grown and healed, this time when you do experience that huge blessing, you will be able to see it through more mature eyes. You will be able to enjoy it more and grasp more of it, and perhaps even deal better with it now that you have it at this stage of your life. So here with the Seven of Pentacles, it shows that you've been patient. You have been growing with the Seven of Pentacles. And there's victory in your life at the moment. Something that was kept out of your life will start to work harmoniously, ever so easily into your life. It just moves easily. And the chains are off with the Emperor. And it really shows how when you gotten stronger, you were able to break through these chains, giving you access one more time to what you always loved. This time, super easy. And as you experience this easy energy, you look back and go, how is it so easy now when it was so impossible to have access to in the past? Funny how life works out. So you can see now that it's working for you. Anytime soon, this energy will give birth. It's like you're expecting, exactly. It's like expect this anytime soon in the next 3 months. Your experience and how you see it sharply now is going to make you enjoy this much, much more profoundly than any time before. And now is a time where it works out harmoniously. Knowing that the Suwolya rune also has to do with guidance, it connects us to the upper part of your reading, how you've grown, how you've healed, how you've perhaps listened to your guidance, whether from your doctor, your guides, the therapist. You've definitely grown here. You've listened to your guidance very well. And yeah, you can like say goodbye to that energy of mourning, because now your sight is sharper than ever and you will be able to see it and enjoy it better than ever. And it will work out forever harmoniously in your life. Now you're probably wondering about the details. What is this thing that you have once lost and is now going to come easy in your life? Let's cut the deck. Okay, so you have, ooh, look at that. You've got the Death card with transformation. Oh my God, this definitely talks about your transformation. How awesome is that? It's like you've grown out of your past shadow. So this is the Chariot with awareness. Right, so for everyone watching, this is how now that you've grown, your eyesight has become sharper, or the way you experience things has become sharper. Maybe you'll realize all along that you never lost that thing, that you had easy access to it, but it wasn't easy because you couldn't see it. You know how when, for example, a child gets into a huge tantrum to get something and they don't get access to that toy because the mother is gently teaching them to get things easier and not harder, and so they scream and they cry, and the mother gently explains, you don't have to cry, I will give you what you want, but I want you to be calm. And so this they scream, and for like a while until they calm down, they're not getting access to this toy. And then as they calm down and their mother calms them down and they feel better and they say, can I please have this toy? And the mother says, of course you can have this toy. And she gives them that toy. And this child realizes at this point that perhaps this was the wrong way they suffered, and it wasn't the right way to get their toy. And so, taking that example, maybe it's not relatable, right? Let me get a better example. You know how in relationship coaching, for example, they would say, learn to ask for what you want. And so sometimes partner could spend years trying different tools and feeling angry, and sometimes even resorting to a little bit of passive aggressiveness and this, that, and the other, finding smart ways to make the other person do something. And then the coach or the therapist would say, learn to ask for what you want. Sometimes your partner genuinely doesn't know what you want, and then be very happy to do it for you because it's important for you. And so when they apply that, they find that it was such an easy access to do. Like, I asked my partner, hey, would it be like better, could you kindly not do this because this really hurts me? If it would be better if you do this, it helps me in my healing journey. Of course, I would love to do that for you. And then you get access to something easily without having to do it in the hard way. All this to say, it seems to me that your change in attitude and behavior and thoughts is also helping you get access to that very thing that you felt cut out of in your life. So that's the first clue I'm seeing here. Hence, something is transforming. Hence, you finally moving towards what you want and no longer having to mourn it as if you lost it when you never really have. Okay, so what is that thing for the collective, please? Wow, we've got the Wheel of Fortune with change. Your cards are so clear. The energy keeps repeating itself. That's definitely happening. So, Wheel of Fortune, strength with the keyword courage. Whoa, the Six of Wands with success. To be honest with you, at this point, I feel like you are the one getting something that you want for yourself. It seems to be in an area where you felt with the wall here, there's a lot of walls. Perhaps so many things were in your way that you wanted to achieve. Perhaps you were saying, why is everything in my way? Why is everything not working for me? That's about to change if this is your question. And especially one thing you felt like you didn't have access to. And I feel like whatever this was is kind of like a right that you should have because of the mother here. Everyone must have a mother because that's how we come into the world. So it's like something that you feel you should have too, that you maybe didn't have. You were blocked out of it. And despite how difficult it was, and it seems like it was over for some reason, because we've got the mourning, we've got the wall. How could a flower grow from this place? You've got someone locked out here, someone chained. And so despite the very circumstances that you kept perhaps telling yourself, oh, this will never happen to me because of 1, because of 2, 3, it's impossible. Maybe it's something that you felt it was impossible before. Is that a rope or a snake? I'm not sure. Snake is changing skin, rope is tight. Perhaps it's both. So you felt tied out of, locked out of, chains, rope. It felt nearly impossible. There's even chains here. So can't be a coincidence at this point. You felt so locked out of something that you started mourning it as if it was never going to happen for you. And despite the very excuses, the circumstances, the difficulties, the very difficulties that you had, you are blossoming out of it and getting exactly what you always wanted. And so Six of Wands shows victory against Walyu. 2 times you've got victory here it's not like you are taking it, somebody's giving it to you. You are the one who is getting it for yourself and changing your own fortune and your own destiny. So the reading is choosing to keep it open. It depends on which area of your life this is in. You will find a huge transformation in that aspect in your life. Okay, so now let's take a look at the third big thing to expect in the next 3 months. Oh, you've got two. You've got the ocean as well as the starborn. Wow, that's really cool, right? You also have melancholy. You have water and how it transforms into the different states, the 3 states of matter. From solid to liquid to gas. All right, let's take a rune. You've got the Hagalaz rune. Yes, like the disruption, pushing yourself out of the egg. Let's see. Let's take a look at your tarot cards. So you have the Two of Swords with the keyword schizophrenia. You have the Tower card with Thunderbolt. You've got the Eight of Swords with guilt. And you've got the Nine of Pentacles with ripeness. This reminds me of how when you shift from one world to another, speaking of shifting, you've got a lot of water here. It's like traversing something. And in the beginning, there is... See, melancholy is so... strategic here. Because when we're moving from one part of our worlds to another, like getting out of our comfort zone, trying to achieve a huge goal that we might even think may not be that possible or crazy to think about. The melancholy here reminds me of like thinking, oh, it's not gonna happen to me. And then you have some friends, for example, who say, of course it's gonna happen to you. Don't think like that, or something like that. And so whether there are friends or not, my point is sometimes we, in the beginning of something, especially when it's not working out and we want it so bad, we tend to like sometimes go, oh, it's not gonna work out for me. So I feel like that's what it's saying here. And you moving from an old world into a new world, maybe it's in your work, maybe it's a goal that you had. I see in the next 3 months you are going to start connecting to the new world that you were trying to create for yourself, coming out of the egg. The ocean is like traversing from one continent to another. And so the changing of forms in the water shows that you have become flexible. Do you see? Camouflaging to the environment. Changing with the environment. If it's cold, it's snow. If it's hot, it's water. If it's super hot, it's vapor, water vapor. So do you notice how your change within is causing these huge changes in your life? So here it specifically talks about a goal in which you maybe failed many times in the beginning. You got triggered, you got angry, you got frustrated, you've got sad, you've got guilty, you felt stuck. for a long time, it seems like it wasn't happening for you. And there was this huge sadness. And now, as you are becoming more balanced and self-aware, calm, grounded, strong, even within your goals, now is the time where the Hagalas, with the huge disruption going, I'm going to make this happen. And your muscles have become stronger and you're pushing out of that egg and moving to the other side. Far, far beyond with the clouds what you even thought you could reach. And so in the next 3 months, you are now on to the other side. Maybe not fully there, but you can see with the ripeness here with the Nine of Pentacles, things are starting to work out. It's like you've set your foot, your hands, you've reached there, your finger on the other side, and you're there. And you're going to start a new journey on the other side of your goal. So let's say, for example, your goal was, I want to be healthier and I want to lose weight. Now it's starting to come together and work. I want to learn this language. It's starting to click. And it's starting to happen. I want to learn how to drive. I want to, maybe you're working and you want to do your own thing. Now it's starting working and you're like, okay, now I have these two worlds, my job and my passion working. In any case, depending on what your goal is, in the next 3 months, you put your hand on the other side. You can see it starting to work. You can see it starting to become a huge possibility. It's already there, it's happening, it's working, and you're happy about that. And more of that to come, more of that with the ripeness to come. Your dream, your wish with regards to that goal is going to start coming true and working out exponentially, even after the next 3 months. And so you're no longer going to be stuck in that situation. In fact, I heard something so interesting on Instagram a couple of days ago. I think it was Sadhguru, if I'm not mistaken. And he was saying a really interesting story. So he said one time the devil decided to retire. And so he held this huge garage sale to sell all of the tools that he used, to do his job so well. So everyone's lined up and they've come to his garage sale and they're starting to buy all of these different tools that he used. But then I can't remember the name of the person he mentioned. And in any case, one of the people there spotted the devil with a bag. And then she asked him, hey, what's in this bag? Why isn't it with the rest of the tools that you're selling? And the devil said, oh, no, these 2 tools are not for sale. These 2 tools are the things that worked out perfectly for me. They've given me 100% success with my work. They're my souvenirs and I'm not selling them. So this girl, let's call her Helen, for example, she went, oh, no, but you got to give me these 2. And the devil says, oh, no. They're definitely not for sale. If you want the other tools, they're there. And so Helen becomes obsessed and she's like, you gotta give me these tools, please. People started lining up and gathering for these 2 specific tools that have worked magically for the devil. And everyone started pitching different prices. And so the devil says, okay, so that's a really high price. I'm actually willing to let go these 2 tools for this high price. These 2 tools are frustration and depression. Works beautifully for me every single time. And so it's just that the Tower card here and the 8 of Swords reminded me of the story, of the frustration. You can see this person feeling so frustrated and it's her own thoughts that are keeping her stuck. It's the clouds here keeping her stuck, not being able to move, the anger, the triggers. And there is fire in place of the root chakra, which is the place of safety, of groundedness, as opposed to the groundedness right there. And so when you found your groundedness, your calmness, your safety, your security in it coming true, or, you know, safety in whether it happens or not, you're grounded, whatever that was, that has given you that groundedness. The lotus flower here in the root chakra. That change in you and being flexible. I think it's the flexibility here, you know, and being flexible. Oh, it's not working this way. Well, let me match the cold. If it's freezing, let me put on more clothes. If it's hot, let me take off more clothes and match my environment. So perhaps it's your flexibility, not being frustrated, but learning from your environment and going, okay, if it's not working this way, it can work this way. It doesn't have to be so strict or something. It doesn't have to be by that time. It doesn't have to work now. It doesn't have to work that way. Your flexibility and groundedness is what will allow you to finally have the muscle to break out of this shell. They always say flexibility doesn't break you, but is the one thing that helps you go through the roughness and come out on the other side. And so you can greatly see here that in the next 3 months, a huge goal that you had is finally coming true for you. And my dear pile number 1, this is exactly what I see in your reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 1, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. Today we're taking a look at 3 big things to expect in the next 3 months. Can't wait to get into your reading, but very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful red Jasper. Some of you have picked this pile through the 3 of Cups. And of course, if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, in that case, the signs for this pile are Virgo, Gemini, Libra, and Pisces. Welcome to your reading, guys. If these are not your zodiac signs, as I always remind you guys, please don't worry about it. Ooh. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. The way we're going to be doing today's reading is that we're going to be separating each big thing in the next 3 months, all in a row on its own. And get specific details on each one of them this way. All right, I think your cards are all shuffled and ready. Let's now begin your reading. There we go. So the first card that you have for the first thing, is reunion. Looks like you're getting something back or meeting with someone from your past. All right, so that's the first card. You have desert. You have the kiss. Well, for some of you, I know that romance is not something that everyone is interested in on the channel. And so the first thing I'm seeing for those of you who are, is that there was someone in your past. Maybe there was something very special between the two of you. Desert shows that there was a long period of nothingness going on between the two of you. And the kiss, it seems like there is in fact a reunion between the two of you. Could be an energy for some of you. Okay. You also have, let's take a rune card. The Hagalaz rune. Okay. You're definitely not going to expect this. It might even feel like some form of energy that you don't want. So whether this is a lover or for or maybe even if you are interested in love, by the way, there is someone in your past, a friend, a lover, a parent, an ex-manager or something, who you've stopped with the desert speaking to. Perhaps they, with the Scorpion here, they weren't easy to deal with, or maybe the situation was perhaps stingy, toxic, hurtful. In any case, there seems to be a little bit of a disruption with the Hagalaz rune, like an eruption that may not initially feel good. Like, because you're hearing back from someone that you've left in the past with desert. It's like there's a total cut out between the two of you. You know? No information, no emotions whatsoever. Also, the full moon here makes me think, if you're watching this now, and maybe there's a timing for this. Please take timing with a grain of salt. It's just an observation that I have. Because I'm seeing a moon here and I'm seeing a moon here, it's starting to become significant. I know that there is a new moon on the 21st. I think it's a... No. It's not a new moon. It's a full moon. My apologies. On the 21st. I think it's in Capricorn. Let me check. Yes, correct. New moon, full moon in Capricorn. So between the full moon and the new moon, there could be an introduction of this person into your life again. Maybe they're calling and you're like, what is this person doing calling me? Or maybe you see them in your entourage and you're like, oh, how did this person get here? Or something like that. Or maybe there is a reunion and you're like, oh, I don't want to see this person. You might find out on the 21st if you're watching this now. If you're watching this later, on the next full moon, I guess. In case you want to look at timing. And so by the new moon, perhaps things would have gotten better between the two of you, and you might be surprised to see you. The kiss is like making out together. It's like I did this, I'm sorry, I did this, you did this to me, and you talk about it or something. And there's pleasant emotions now between the two of you by that time. This is what I'm picking up in your cards so far, but I guess let's take a look at your tarot cards. So you've got the Queen of Cups, the Inspiration of Cups. Yes, Inspiration. The Queen of Cups. The Nine of Wands. There is a tricky period here between that phase where things are calm or really good between the two of you because the water is emotions, and between the time this erupts with the Hagalaz. And you can see you by the shore here. So maybe a little bit time where it's risky. You guys may make it on the other side or not. It's a bit risky. Maybe the eruption here is you're angry or something like that. And then on the other side, it starts becoming calmer. All right. So, the Nine of Wands is being guarded. There is a period of time between the full moon and the new moon, or any period of time before this genuine reunion happens, where someone's guarded. I presume it's you. You being guarded, you not liking it, and then things start working out. Maybe they say the right things. You've got the Two of Swords. It depends on how they act, what they say, depending on how they behave, perhaps. Or how you think about it, that one of the two doors shall open. But the probability is definitely there of a good thing to happen between the two of you. But at the end of the day, nobody can choose that for you. The keys are in your own hands. It's definitely there. The energy is there. Beautiful things could happen between the two of you, which shows that they're coming with good intentions in that case. But it's always in your hands. You will get to think and choose with the Two of Swords. Do I like this or do I not like this? Eight of Wands. If you should choose to like this, the Eight of Wands shows that there will be a momentum between the two of you and things will hit off where it started. And I see that you're connection is moving quickly from that time. You're forming a great bond, you're holding hands, you're valuing each other, and it's moving fast in the right direction. And you've got, oh, that's an extra card in this deck, Synchronicity. Oh, and there you go, your Three of Cups. I think with Synchronicity, it's kind of like guided by the universe for this to happen, if you should choose to accept it. I think with Synchronicity, you've also have been seeing signs, maybe the moon here. Look, it's holding the sun, or it could be the moon. It's like this synchronicity is showing you something that if you should choose to accept, this connection perhaps could be very healing and could be far different from what it was before. And I see you drinking tea together or coffee together, talking things out, and genuinely enjoying your connection together. Also, synchronicity is like matching, right? You start seeing the same thing over and over, and it takes your attention. So I think this could also mean, especially that it's in conjunction with the Three of Cups. You see, I feel like your energies will match, will vibrate, will sync. And that is what's new in this connection. And that is what may make you think, I might actually choose a different door this time. But remember, the Two of Swords here is very significant. It's in your hands. No one can force you to do anything you don't want to do. Okay, so that's the first big thing that I see that you can expect next in the next 3 months. Let's see what else. Ooh, so you've got the box. Feels so claustrophobic, right? It's like so many barriers to something, maybe. Maybe it's talking about stability. Who knows? Let's see. You have enemy. Oh, these could be super strong boundaries, right? Maybe you're gonna set super strong boundaries towards someone or a group of people who are working against you or protecting yourself from maybe some law, like being careful. Hey, this, I need to like make sure my papers are in order, or a person, or a difficulty that you are expecting, and so you're like, that's not gonna come because I'm gonna make sure I do everything necessary for me not to experience that which I don't like that could come against me. So let's continue and see what else. You've got water. That same card popped up in pile number 1. So if you were drawn to pile number 1, I highly recommend it. And, ooh, look at that, the mentor. I think you're gonna be learning about something. Let's find out. That's interesting. Very interesting row. Right, so let's check out your tarot cards. You've got the Seven of Swords. Something is tricky here for sure. Maybe someone is trying to come and take something that's yours, and you're not gonna allow them. This is like a safe upon a safe, inside a safe, inside a safe, and so on. Making it super hard for someone to even have that thought in the first place. You've got the Emperor. Wow, being in power, having your territory. It's yours and no one can come in. Someone's sneaking here, do you see? The leopard, this person, there's sneaking going on. You've got the Devil cards also. The Ace of Pentacles. Wow, I love this card. The Four of Wands. Very colorful. And you've got the Inspiration. Let me check. Is it Page or Queens? I get it mixed up in this deck. Hold on. Yeah, of course not. Inspiration is obviously pages. Right. So yeah, the queens here are spirit. My apologies, inspiration of cups. So this is like an initiation, a new beginning here between the two of you, a loving one where you reach the shore. Okay. Here you've got the inspiration of wands, which is the page of wands. So what is going on here? I'm seeing that someone's trying to sneak and take something from you. Devil card, bad intentions. Mentor shows that you will learn about it. You will find out about it. And not only that, but you will make your territory very clear. So not only is this person getting caught and being labeled as a person who's not moving, is not doing something in your best interest, or to be more precise, will be clearly seen as like there's a lot of light, right? They will be shown or seen as someone with bad intentions. They will be caught. And you will be guided through your wisdom to tweak or transform the situation, because here you've got snow, water, and water vapor, which are all forms of water. And so it's kind of like you're not changing anything, you're not like leaving or anything. You're changing the temperature, you're changing the situation. It could be temperature, the way you deal with them. It could be making the necessary changes so that there isn't just one boundary or two or three. You're making it nearly impossible, if not fully impossible, for this person that was discovered to be moving against you, trying to take something from you. Yeah, exactly that. Making it impossible from that person to take that thing from you. So this is making an instant shift. And instantly with the Emperor setting the boundaries, going, you're never going to step into that again. You have bad intentions towards me. They're clear. There we go. And you can never come in again and make use of that. Ace of Pentacles shows that there is a new beginning here where you step up. It's kind of like when something is far up, you can't reach it, you see? So this person will not be able to reach you where they could able to access something from you or you before. Here with the Four of Wands, it's a level up. It's a card of level up. And so they won't be able to reach you again, or won't be able to reach that fun again, or get access to something so easily. And so Page of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, definitely talking about a new solid beginning where they watch you do something out of your nature, because the fish is out of the water. They watch you do something out of your nature. They watch you do something they weren't expecting, because we don't usually expect fish to come out of the water. And so it's definitely a scene that we would all be surprised by. Page of Wands, they will see your power, your real power for the first time, because the light is highlighting the transformation, the butterfly. So they will see you for the first time. Maybe you've grown, and maybe you've transformed. They will see the lion in you, and they will see that you have a clear territory, and they will see that they can't mess with you again. They can't just come in and take and steal whatever it is they used to do. Never again will they be able to come in. They will see you in a new light. They will know that you have the power. And they won't have access to you. They won't be able to reach out, have access to you, or have access to whatever they had access to. They will see you for the first time. they will either see that you've changed, if you have changed, or they will change the way they see you now for who you really are once this strong step that you're guided to take is done. And they will watch how flexible you are, you know? It's like, that's water. What are they going to do about it? And they're like, oh, water can turn to vapor. Ooh, water can turn to ice. So they're watching how flexible you are, or they're watching the different ways in which you can do something, realizing that your power is a spectrum. That's what I'm seeing here. And so this is a person who could have caused great danger previously and got so free. They maybe underestimated your power. They will be kept out forever. It might not be a person. It might be a situation that's making use of people in situations like you, or something like that. And that will not be able to affect you again. Funny enough, for some of you, it could be an infection or something, you know, an infection that you discover and you're like, what are you doing here? With the water here, this is maybe medicine, or you fast, or you exercise, or you do something that this infection is not expecting, so to speak. So that's the type of big energy that I definitely see that is happening in the next 3 months, and how you are protecting yourself fully from it. And this thing or person never be having access to you again. How about we ask what this thing is for some of you, like the different expectations that you could have with regards to this. So what are the different energies here for the collective? You've got the Four of Cups. There we go. Got the Four of Cups. The Ace of Cups. Notice there is a gazelle in the background, and that showed up, so let's take it. So the Four of Cups, the Ace of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles. Looks like you're trying to grow something for some of you as well. Eight of Pentacles. This is a lesson you'll never learn. It's tattooed. It's forever. No one can have access to that again. And the Ace of Wands. Any other thing? Two of Pentacles. So, Four of Cups is obviously a surprise. It seems to be for some of you in your environment. The gazelle is alert. So you will be alerted to something that you weren't seeing. It's all white, gray. It's all in gray, black and white. When everything is black and white and we've never seen color, we expect it to be normal, right? Until we see color and we go, oh, so that can happen. So it makes me feel like maybe something in your life is monotonous. It's working in the same way. And you've never realized that it could be dangerous, it could be wrong. Until with the Four of Cups, a surprise happens and you're like, oh, a contrast happens. And you're like, oh, that's not right. So for some of you, this is actually a pleasant surprise, because when a surprise hits you, you're like, a surprise hits you of something going wrong, it exposes the right. Let me give you an example of that. Let's say you have a colleague at work, for example. Your colleague is getting paid for the extra hours that they do. You also work extra hours, but you didn't get paid for it. So with all of the gray here, you think it's normal. It's what everyone is doing. And so you never thought about asking for your rights, for example. And then one time your colleague, another colleague tells you, hey, we saw your colleague like getting something from your papers or something, looking at your papers, something like that. So you talk to your colleague and you ask them, how can you look at my things when I'm not there? This is not right. This is an intrusion to my privacy. Like, why wouldn't you ask me? Like, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to take information? And your colleague's like, first of all, I'm so sorry that I did in fact look at your paper without you being there, but I wasn't like sneaking or anything. It's just that I wanted to take the report that I gave you because I wanted to include it in my overtime to like show that I did this in my overtime so that I get compensated. And then you say, you get what? Compensated? And they're like, yeah. And then you're like, hold on. You guys get compensated? So now something has been exposed here. So you go to your manager and you go, excuse me, is everyone getting compensated for their extra time? And then you get into this whole huge like strong talk. You maybe threaten to leave. You ask, how did this happen? You gain power with the situation. Someone gets exposed with the devil card for for their bad intentions, for doing something that they shouldn't have done. Maybe they saw you as a hard worker, and they now get to see a different form of you, like you're a hard worker, but you're not going to let your rights go. And so they won't have access anymore to your free work. And so they see you in a new light. For example, so for some of you, this is like someone making use of a situation, or you getting used to something and realizing that this shouldn't be the situation, and you get access. It's a surprise that gives you access to something that you didn't have access to, where you set your strong boundaries are not being used in this way. Right. Ace of Cups. You're getting a new vision. Do you see how this otter has the reflection of a bird flying free? So I see here that you will have a new vision about something in your life. You may have been very comfortable in the situation that you are in. But one time you will catch what's wrong with the vision, like, hey, this has been going on for a long time. And this person or this life circumstance has been doing this to me slowly, in a sneaky way that wasn't clear to me before, that this was wrong. And so your reflection, your vision, and your intuition about how you want to be and how you want to experience life or emotions will reflect back to you that maybe what's going on in your life is not right, and that you will want to be free. And so it's your emotions that are catching what's wrong. Your intuition is going, I don't feel right about this anymore. This feels wrong. Because if I were to feel this, I should be feeling free. I should be feeling this. I should be feeling that. This person or this situation is just not right. And you will set your boundaries very strong. You will level up. And this will not happen to you again. 7 of Pentacles. You're working very hard towards something. and it's growing, it's doing well, and someone will go, ooh, look at what they have, look at what they have created. And they will want to take this hard work from you. Maybe they will want to get credit for it. Maybe they want to make use of what you've built. Maybe they want to copy you. Maybe they want to take it from you. And so this talks about how, again, same thing. You catch them, you set strong boundaries. This lazy person who's trying to steal this from you will never, ever, ever have access to you again. But I feel with the Eight of Pentacles here is going to be, in any case, good lesson that everyone in this pile will learn about this part of their lives. This will be tattooed in your hearts, and you will never forget this lesson again. It's going to be healing because now you've learned how to never go back to that old energy. And thus the Ace of Wands as well. You start drawing your new future, and it starts creating new possibilities for you with the Ace of Wands. I really feel like these two cards here have a strong message. The way you're going to act from now on, the sort of power you're going to demonstrate, and your new vision, your new creation, the way you do things is going to be very different moving forward. And so the Two of Pentacles is choosing another way, is choosing a different way to do something, making a different choice than the choice you're in, because you're realizing that the choice you're in is not good for you, and going, I will never, ever allow this to happen to me again, and making different choices in life. Okay, so that's what I see as the second big thing here. A huge way of doing something in your life, fixing something that wasn't right, or catching something that's not right. Okay, so let's take a look at the third big thing to expect next in your life. You have the king, sorry. There we go. You have the king. You have communication. And this is talking about how the whole ecosystem is in communication with each other. The plants, how all of the plants is in communication with each other. Even though it may not appear on the outside, there's definitely good communication and a bond on the inside. Okay. You have faithfulness. Oh, I love this for you. So beautiful. Okay. You have the rune. This one's moving, so let's take this one. The Ehwaz rune. Trust and faithfulness. Isn't this interesting? Is there going to be like, are you going to be leading a community that intrinsically has so much trust and faithfulness towards each other? Seems to be it, by the way. It seems to be it. Okay, let's take a look at the rest of your cards. So you've got the Queen of Cups. The Magician. You have the Nine of Pentacles. Beautiful card, especially right next to the Magician. This talks about a huge manifestation or something. Let's wait. The King of Wands. Yeah, that is a combo of manifestation. 1, 2, 3. Maybe as a community, you're manifesting things together. You have the Hermit. And finally, you have the Six of Pentacles. This looks awesome. Okay. It's interesting, the hands in this specific row. Hands, a hand. I'm getting a different direction here, actually. I'm thinking this is talking about your community. So this is like your country, maybe this is your company, the company that you're in or something. I'm getting this sense that there is a strong leader. Maybe there's an announcement. The big thing is you guys receiving a strong leader. Maybe you guys are getting a new manager. I don't know, depending on the country, a new president or something like that. Because you got the King of Wands here, a new form of power or something. For some of you, it could actually be funny. Some of you, it could even be an underworld leader, like because of the Hermit here. I don't know. Cards are funny sometimes, but maybe it's like an organization that is putting their hands together, helping maybe the people who need help. In any case, whatever this is, in the next 3 months for you, there seems to be a strong leader bringing everyone together in your community. This is a leader who you will trust and a leader that is super faithful. And so also with the Queen of Cups seems to be a person who's balanced emotionally, and with the Queen of Cups is empathetic, cares, genuinely cares. This leader with the Magician is skilled, knows how to make things done, so much so that they can make it from thin air. And so that's why you have 3 cards talking about manifestation. This is a leader who wants to help and will be helping with the 6 of Pentacles. Like, will be helping maybe the people in need, the people who need health, people who need money, people who need assistance in something. And this leader will bring the company, the city, the country from the underworld up. Like maybe this community into the light is coming, is facing some difficulties at the moment, and so will not be fixing things from the ground up, will be fixing things from the underground up into the light, will bring the whole community out into the light, will extend their hands and help to help those in need and to help the community as a whole. It's a leader that's genuinely coming to say, here, I am here to help. And who knows with this pile, maybe you're the leader here. Maybe you are the leader, the chosen leader to lead the whole community and bring them out into the light. And you can see here that this will be a significant change that is happening in your life, because perhaps although it talks about a leader of a community, it seems like it's a big thing, not just for the community, but for you specifically, because somehow the 6 of Pentacles here, this leader will have a direct effect on how you're getting great assistance with something. Really so cool to see. It's always wonderful to see a leader that genuinely cares, that is faithful and people can trust, that will use their power for the good to manifest what their community needs and will help enlighten them. Maybe will be focused on education perhaps, or showing the truth, will be, truthful, will show everything that's going on into the light. It's like, hey, this is not right, this is not going right, exposing, for example, what may not be going right out into the light, and helping and assisting in doing the right. And as mentioned, this will have a direct effect on you in the next 3 months. And my dear pile number 2, this is exactly what I see in your reading. I wish you the best of luck with that. Always remember, of course, tarot is for entertainment purposes. These videos, are for entertainment purposes. And I truly hope you've enjoyed your reading. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 2, thank you so much for tuning in. I trust that the best is yet to come for you guys. It's a beautiful reading. There seems to be significant changes all around in your life. May you always be blessed, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. We're taking a look at 3 big things to expect in the next 3 months. But before we begin, let me very quickly introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful Amazonite. Some of you have chosen this pile using the 3 of Cups. And of course, if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, in that case, the signs for this pile are Leo, Capricorn, Taurus, and Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading, guys. If these are not your zodiac signs, as I always remind you, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. All right, so your oracle cards are shuffled and all ready. The way we're going to be doing your reading today is that each row will be focused on one of the big things that you can expect in the next 3 months. So that's how I plan to do it for you guys. And I guess we're now ready. Let's get straight into your reading. All right, can you see your cards? Yes, you can. All right. So the first card for the first big thing is size. Okay. And so it's an emotion, it seems, or a reaction to an emotion. Microorganisms reminds me of a zoom in. So I definitely feel there's like something inside you. Oh, or maybe you know how microorganisms, they take control of our bodies and minds, and we think that we are acting in free will, but perhaps sometimes, you know how the doctors explain, sometimes it is like an instability in the microbiome of your gut, for example. That's just an example. And how these microorganisms who want sugar, for example, or carbs, they do have an effect in how they signal the vagus nerve into like playing with our emotions, or like signal for us to be hungry, or we can feel like we want carbs or sugar. Sometimes it's because of these microorganisms that are controlling us, or even the good ones like the probiotics. The healthier our bodies are, the happier they are, and then they call it a home and they help with our health. So it's kind of like what I'm getting with size, kind of like emotions or how you behave, due to maybe you think it's free will, but there is something that lays beneath all of that. It doesn't have to be microorganism. I just went into it to explain what I'm seeing. Like little things could be affecting how you feel, maybe. Let's see, too early. So that these are just my initial ideas. You've got the rune, the Hagalaz rune. Okay, very interesting. So like a shake-up or something from something so small. A huge shake-up due to small things. And the flame. It's exactly like the flame. I mean, if we put our hands on a flame, a candle flame, it's not gonna burn anything, right? But if we keep it there, over time it's gonna burn, and it might create a serious burn. Something like that. Anyways, let's see what your tarot cards show. Knight of Cups. Ooh, okay. That's really cool. Actually, I'm getting right. So you've got the Strength card. you have the Devil card and the Judgment card. All right, for some of you, this is actually love. For some of you, again, like I always say, please take it how it resonates. Some of you do believe in love or romance. Some of you are not interested at all. So I'm going to read it both ways for you for this reason, knowing that it differs. And so I want to help translate this message for you. What I'm seeing is, you can see someone here is holding a message and sighing. So the microorganisms in that case is talking about how someone started having emotions towards you. It started off very small, and by time it starts burning. And when it started becoming intense, these small emotions, it's going to cause internal disruption first for this person, where they can't handle this flame or this emotion any longer with the sigh. And so it looks like, it's interesting how the cards are showing this. And so it's interesting how this person now starts changing their behavior with something that started so small as maybe liking you or saying, nice person, to eventually going, I really feel strongly towards this person. So Knight of Cups for some of you is a person who really likes you. With this specific Strength card, it seems like they put you on a pedestal, or they really feel like you are, maybe they are so afraid of speaking to you, but they will have the boldness to ask you out or tell you their feelings. You know, the Devil card in that case. The Devil card is huge attraction, being really attracted to someone. And so this person will let their emotions out, especially that they have held it inside them for so long, it burns now. And they're going to express their attraction to you. Judgment card also shows that the word is out. It's related to the throat chakra, to speaking. And it also talks about a level up in your connection. So I think here you're going to like it, and you might accept their emotions towards you. So things are changing between the two of you, and the connection itself is evolving. Now, I understand that some of you may not be interested in romance. In that case, is it still a person? In that case, I think this is you. Especially with the Scorpion here. Like, for example, maybe taking on the initial idea that I got here before I saw the Knight of Cups. The initial idea is maybe you've been tolerating something for a long time. It wasn't a big issue before. It's like, it's so small. It's not something that would ever take your attention. By time, it seems like what was insignificant is becoming very significant. And it's starting to burn and hurt. Especially that with the pyramid, it's like you are in the same place. You have your hand there in the same place for so long. So something that started out as a small problem is starting to burn because you are in the same place for so long. And with the sigh, in the next 3 months, you are expressing your dislike towards this situation. You are realizing with the Knight of Cups that you want something else. This is starting to burn, you don't like it, you want something else. You start identifying what it is that you do want. And I do foresee for you that you will, in fact, have the strength to shake things up. Although shaking things up could be very scary at first, but you will be so sure about this new direction that you will shake things up. And you will have the boldness to either put yourself out there, to connect to something much bigger than you, or at least you think so. You will have the boldness to gently and sweetly do something else, speak about it or face it. And this will result in freedom from what it is that held you back for so long with the Devil card. You will finally level up. So if it's not a romantic connection, you're probably wondering, what is it that I'm going to do and what is this situation about? So let's see what the cards say in that case. You have the Five of Cups. Yeah, look at that. I'm just going to put it here so we can see. The Five of Cups, the Six of Swords. Yeah. Page of Cups. In what area is this, please? And Nine of Swords. It's in an area that is currently causing you great stress and great disappointment. It's already wreaking havoc. Are these like water molecules, just for the fun of it? Because it reminds me of the microorganisms. You're aware that what used to be very small and not a big deal is becoming a big deal. It's stressing you out. It's disappointing you. You feel like you're losing something with the Five of Cups. You're losing what you have maybe because of the spilled cups and the upright cups. It's like you're losing one thing after the other. Maybe a little bit is left. And you don't want to keep losing. And look at the arrows here. You're thinking about, I need to level up. I need to go beyond this, which is the Judgment card. Maybe you're losing time or resources. And you're awakened to it. And you're going to shake things up and change things up drastically in the next 3 months of your life. Now, what's going to happen is you watching this transition. And you're going to make this transition by doing the bold thing. And that's the disruption. Like, what you need to do is staring at you in the eyes. You are going to realize when you look into the other direction of, in fact, what you do want, as opposed to the things you're losing now, it will become very clear to you what bold move you need to make. It will stare you in the eyes. And you will, in fact, with the Six of Swords, start making this transition. It may not be easy. You will start making it. It will feel disruptive in the beginning, like a huge shake-up. But you will do it gracefully. Especially with the Six of Swords. It's like, I'm going to make this bold move, but I'm going to make it slowly. So that, gently. I'm going to make it gently. And with the Page of Cups, this shows that what you set out to do, the Knight of Cups, the new direction that you liked, you will reach the other side within the next 3 months. Maybe towards the end with the Page of Cups. You will initiate it or make it happen or make it start. And so it starts with a small sigh of you going, I don't like this anymore. This is really starting to burn. This is starting to be bad. I need to take care of things. And sometimes it's taking care of the little things before the big things, especially with all of the molecules here. You're starting to notice the little things you can start to do, even though it's super intimidating. You're looking at the little things. What little things can I do today to start initiating this, to start moving in the other direction? And so slowly but surely, you will come out of this stress that you're going through and the fears that you are going through. And so, my dear pile number 1, this is exactly what I see as the first big thing that is about to happen in your life. I guess with the Nine of Swords, this is going to differ from one person listening to this and the other. It depends on what is currently stressing you out. You will make huge shakeups and huge changes slowly, albeit slowly, in the next 3 months. And in the next 3 months, you will, with the Page of Cups, reach that new beginning. Okay, so now let's take a look at the second big thing that you can expect in the next 3 months. Wow, you've got the creator. There we go. We've got the creator. You have air, intellectual. Maybe this is talking about intellectual work. Okay. You have thief. How interesting. I think pile number 2 had the same row talking about someone trying to steal something from them. This is so interesting. If this part resonates with you and you want more information about it, make sure you check out pile number 2 for sure. Okay, so you've got the Laguz rune. You won't believe me. Pile number 2 also had an aspect of your intuition will tell you with the Ace of Cups. So yeah, again, this last time, but really, I try for it to be the last time, unless I'm really surprised by the synchronicities. But yeah, if you want more perspective on this, pile number 2. Okay, so let's now take a look at your tarot cards. You have the Fool card, Ace of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, the Tower card, and you have, a Tower card, pushing someone out or pushing something out. Eight of Cups, like leaving, walking away from it or something. And you've got the Three of Cups, though. Let me think about that. So obviously here, the first thing we can see clearly is someone trying to steal your intellectual work. So that's so clear. Someone's trying to steal your idea. Someone's stealing your work, your writing, copying you. They're coming into the safe. They're trying to steal something intellectual from you. I'm so sorry about that. But in any case, I have great news. See, here with the Laguz rune, your intuition is making you feel like something is wrong. Fool card and Ace of Pentacles both signify a new beginning, which means that you're not going to even have the time to suffer from this. This means initiation. And so this means you're going to take action right away. And that's why you have the Laguz rune, because you're not waiting for this person to prove to you that they will in fact steal something. You're following your intuition fully on this. Something's telling you this person is acting through their shadow. They don't feel right. They're trying to do something wrong, and bam, you push them out instantly. You're like, this feels wrong. You catch it from the beginning. You take a quick initiative with the Fool and the Ace of Pentacles. You walk away from them. Like, for example, think record label. If you're an artist who works with a record label and you feel like this feels wrong from the very beginning, you're at the very beginning of something with the Fool and the Ace of Pentacles, and you're like, this person doesn't, this record label or this company or this thing is not acting right. I'm gonna push myself out of it straight away. And you instantly take action with the Tower card and the Eight of Cups. You leave them, you break off the contract, and the Three of Cups also shows that you will rejoin with someone else right away also. So all of this is happening with the right community right after you leave this person or this company or something. Yeah. And of course shows here, it seems like this person like acted this way because they mistook you for a fool. Not realizing how quick you are, because with the air element, you are so fluid. With the Fool and the Ace of Pentacles, you take initiatives very quickly. You are someone who can start over again if needed. No one, just like the air, can hold you with something. No one can twist your arm. No one can say, I have this, or I'm controlling you with this. It's air. You can't be held. And so this is why this person would never think that you would just run off like that. You're like, okay, bye. And right away, this person realizes that you are very capable of right away again finding the right community that celebrates you, that wants your success, loves your ideas, supports you, and matches your energy. And I think you will see right through them, because we can see right through this seahorse. We can see the shadow. Also, air is the mind, the element of mind. So I think your reading is talking about how intelligent you are. You have strong intuition, plus you're very important. Maybe you are a very important person. I'm sure you are. In whatever this is, it came out for a reason. You're a very important person. I wanted to say a very intelligent person. So intuition and intelligence means strong action, which is what we see here. And never in a million years did this person think you would push them out like this. Good for you. I am also noticing something else, that this will lead you to a better direction, not only better people or better company or something to work with, collaborate with, or interact with, but it will also adjust your journey. It's kind of like a tweak on your journey, and it will make you experience something new altogether. This path that the universe has tweaked you into, or will be tweaking you into, is much more abundant and flowing, easy flowing, than the path that you were already in. So any guidance here for you, very quickly? 5 of Swords. Don't be afraid to fight for your rights. Like, don't be afraid, even if it might hurt the other side who's trying to obviously steal something from you. Don't be afraid to put your foot down, take your rights, even if it might hurt them. King of Pentacles. Realize your worth, your resources, your capabilities, and your potential, where the universe is taking you. King of Pentacles shows that your work has so much potential, and you are a great catch as well with the King of Pentacles. So both are there, your potential and you being a great catch. So yeah, always remember that. Always remember that you will be abundant and you will find what you need and what you want. And the 2 of Swords is faith. Your guidance here in this direction, that always remember in the moments where you don't know what's going to happen next, have faith and stay calm in your place. Your cards can already show that there is an inundation of abundance in your horizon, and that you will right away find the right type of people or community for you. So in that in-between time, have faith, remember your worth, remember that you are a great resource to other people, and don't be afraid to hit right back and set and get your rights. Set your boundaries, get your rights, don't be afraid to do that. Okay, so that is the second big thing that I see you can expect next in the next 3 months. Let's now take a look at the third big thing. So, my dear pile number 3, it's really interesting. This pile is 333. 3 things you can expect to happen in the next 3 months. And now we're taking a look. This is the third reading. And now we're doing the third row. So that's 333. You have the mountain. Looks like the third one is a huge message here. You also have, this one is sliding off. So let's take that. Thank you. Change. Wow. Okay. You have, wow. What does it say? What? Haughtiness. I need to check what that means, but look at this beautiful peacock. All right, 1 second. Before I find out what it means, doesn't it sound like hotness? Haughtiness? 1 second. Okay, so what I found it to mean is the appearance or quality of being arrogantly superior and disdainful. Oh, that's bad. Okay, let's take a look at your tarot cards and see what this is about. So you've got the High Priestess. You have the Death card. You've got the Three of Swords. The Ace of Wands. I have great news for you. You've got the Five of Wands. Oh my God. Okay. And you've got the Eight of Pentacles. Where do we begin with this? I am seeing that you are currently with someone, at least. Like some form of furnace here. I'm seeing so many things. People outside think that you are very fortunate because it's near the top, isn't it? So maybe you've got like a narcissistic like manager, right? Who from the outside, people are like, whoa, look at pile number 3. Look at the position they're in. They're awesome. They should be lucky. But only you know how much this place burns, how much this person with their actions and their narcissistic-like qualities, with their haughtiness are like. So I feel like you're in a unique situation, only you know. I've got something so interesting. Like maybe this is like either 2 things, like a manager, for example. Some of you, this could be like, maybe you have a parent who has a lot of power, but at the same time, they are very narcissistic-like. So these are the 2 examples. It could be really anything. These are just the things that I can think about. In any case, there's something that you don't know that's going to happen. You cannot see this, but it's happening in the 3rd quarter. There's huge change in the situation. With the Death card, this could mean there's an end to this. And you will see yourself and your situation change. It will reflect back to you. So the change that this person is going to go through will determine your fate too. So let me give you an example of what this could be. Let's say you have a narcissistic-like manager, okay? Something happens to this manager. Like maybe they're fired or they're caught. Maybe, I hope this never happens to anyone. Maybe they're like You know, the heart and the death could be like maybe their health is not okay. In any case, whatever change this person will be going through, this will reflect back into your situation. And so you can see that this person will be going through a lot of pain. The transition or transformation that they're going through will be quite painful. And I feel like your guides want you to know about this. Maybe you are in this furnace situation. Things are burning in your life at the moment. Things are like very tough, and maybe you're barely holding on. And so your guides are saying, wait, things are about to change, because the High Priestess is associated with seeing beyond the veil, seeing into the future. So giving you a glimpse of your future and the future of your situation. There will be a new beginning here as this person faces their fate. Yours will be, oh wow, let me change your candle. You've got a lot of candles here in your reading. So yours will be that furnace, that burn will finally end. Before you get what you deserve, you've got the Five of Wands here, and it shows like there may be like a bit of arguing. So if this is like a manager, for example, moving on, please, if this is like not your manager, I'm just trying to translate energy, and please take that example in whatever area this resonates with you in your life. So just note that I'm just translating energy. So back to the example, if this is your manager and they're not there anymore, you've got now a lot of people, see, a lot of people standing there, like they're prospects to this new position. And everyone's like fighting, I deserve this position. With the turtle or the tortoise, I've waited here for so long. I'm here before everyone else. I'm smarter with the fox. I'm smarter and more savvy than everyone else. I'm this, I'm that. Everyone's struggling here, but you, as you can see from the beginning, you're signified as the rabbit. So your fate is about to change. Is this a rabbit? Or sheep, perhaps? I'm not sure. In any case, it seems like you will be the chosen one, because the Eight of Pentacles is a card of mastery. So you're the skilled one who might take on or take over. And so whatever fight this is, it seems like you are winning it. You will take this, and this is how your fate is changing. And seeing the mountain, you're nearly at the top, and so maybe you were stuck in this phase for so long, and you will finally reach the top of your goals. You will be on the top. Very interesting. Let's see in what areas of your lives this is. The Six of Cups, family, right? Wheel of Fortune, something regarding your fortune. Maybe this is a gatekeeper to your fortune who's going to get out of the way. They have their own fate to deal with, and this gives you access to your fate, to your fortune. Six of Wands, for some of you this is success. So for some of you this is a goal, and you're finally reaching your success, succeeding in this goal. Seven of Cups, for some of you, you are hearing this as like a tarot reading, laughing it off, maybe even like, how is this gonna happen? This person is so narcissistic, like that can never happen. Seven of Cups is like the energy of building castles in the sky. So some of you are currently going, you know that there is a narcissistic-like person, and you're like, that's impossible. Like, it's nice to hear in a tarot reading, thank you so much, but I wish it was true. So perhaps this is talking to you if this is your case. Also, this is like, Four of Swords. You'll finally recover from something. Recover. Maybe this is a stubborn, for some of you with recover here, it could be a stubborn illness, and this illness is dying out, and you're finally resting, recovering, and you're stronger with the Eight of Pentacles than ever. There's a new beginning of you fighting this with the Five of Wands, getting your strength back, overcoming this, like masterfully with the Eight of Pentacles. Like your body has gained back control so well, ending this change for whatever this was. And with the Four of Swords, you're finally resting and recovering. So my dear pile number 3, these are the different scenarios that I see for pile number 3, for part number 3. And it seems like this is so important. You've been struggling through something. With the furnace here, we did see the candle. Something burned, it's finally out of your life. And you're masterfully taking control back. The wheels of fate will turn to your favor. And you will win this, my dear pile number 3. This seems to be so significant due to the synchronicity, as mentioned from the beginning of this row, 3333. So for you guys, this seems to be a big deal. And you will watch the wheels of fate turning in your favor. You will watch how sometimes the impossible does in fact become possible. And my dear pile number 3, this is exactly what I see in your reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye!